Okay, this is all the EPs, rockabilly stuff I have. First one is, this is an old Fats Domino EP. Has Detroit City Blues, Hideaway Blues, She's My Baby, and New Baby. Of course, She's My Baby is not the same as the Traveling Wilburys one. I got this one that Ken got for me over at the antique place. I just wanted to have one by Pat Boone because he was the adult's answer to this guy right here. Of course, all the kids loved Elvis. I know my mom did. She even had this one. This is the rare one with the little dots right there. The title's up top. It's one of his earlier movies. It's really good. And there's the record for it. It's got Lonesome Cowboy, Mean Woman Blues, Hot Dog, and Got a Lot of Living to Do. And this is the one with the silver line variation underneath the dog. I don't think you can quite make that out. This is another one that my mom had when it first came out, and I picked up at that same antique mall. It's over by A1 here in Citrus Heights. It's Peace in the Valley. I really like some of the songs on here quite a bit. Really nice shape. Somebody back in the day wrote $1.29 on it. That doesn't detract from it. And then here's the record. No silver line underneath the RCA dog. It's got Believe, Take My Hand, Precious Lord, Peace in the Valley, and It's No Secret. It's him and the Jordanaires. This is one that Ken Koenig surprised me with. I bought one for him and one for me. Follow That Dream. Another one of those songs and movies that my mom really likes. I bought a few records just for that to give to her. And it's the normal variation. It's not one of the no dog labels. The silver lines. And then I've got Link Ray on a blue vinyl record singing It's All Over Now Baby Blue. I had to get it because it's a weird looking one I've never seen before. Plus he's doing Bob Dylan. There's an old Crickets record on Brunswick. Ken gave me that one. It's a little rough, but it still plays. This one was $1 over at Half Price Books, Citrus Heights. Went there digging through the records. I had to go through all the 45s, of course. I bought one of these, and first one was all messed up, so I had to go back and get another one. And actually had 2 copies of this. Sexy and 17, Looking Better Every Beer. And the only place you find Looking Better Every Beer is on this 45. Now, this is an original from '56. You can tell by the cover up in here. It's a first print. This isn't the public domain version, but it is from '56. And it still plays fine on the turntable that I've got. And I wasn't sure if that one was going to play, so I went out and I broke one of my own rules. I never buy these. See that 180 gram? It's a sales gimmick, but this guy was maybe $10 at the most. I got that, so I knew I'd have something I could listen to the music. But they added Don't Be Cruel, Heartbreak Hotel, Shake, Rattle, and Roll, and I Want You, I Need You, I Love You. There's another one that has 2 extra songs, and I haven't checked that one out yet, but I'm sure it's fine. And when it comes to the Stray Cats, I picked up this one at that dealer's yard sale. Actually, this one, no. It was a guy who was selling on Discogs. And pretty much everything was priced like that. It had the cassette and the CD of this, but I hadn't had the record. And he described it as VG, but this thing's almost perfect. It was like $8, I think, and I wasn't going to argue with that. This one I picked up. It has all the great rockabilly artists in it. What's cool about this is when I looked at the label, see if I can find it. It's a master disc. That's the first pressing. So the sound quality on this is going to be real amazing. And this I got at the record store in Auburn. And because it wasn't metal, the guy didn't care too much about it. And it was just in his cheap $4 or $5 section. I got this because I didn't have any Richie Valens. I wanted to have one. It's got La Bamba, Ooh My Head, Donna, and Come On Let's Go. I believe it's an RCA. It's made for England. Bought one of these before, but it was really rough. It's got the red letters. The old Buddy Holly ones on Coral, this is what you want to look for. The maroon label tells you it's the first pressing, very first ones they made. This isn't perfect shape, but very heavy record, and that's going to last a long time. Found this guy, the first record fair I went to. And nobody else was paying attention to the rockabilly stuff. They were going for metal or Led Zeppelin, and that's fine. It was in the guy's $15 box. He even has the original sleeve. Once again, this thing's beautiful shape. That's what you're looking for. That maroon label, you can see it's a really nice shape. It's better shape than some of the newer records I have. It plays amazing on the turntable I got from Jay. This is one I found online. A lot of 3 records. Even has a note from Mrs. Buddy Holly on the back. And also on maroon, so we know it's first pressing. It's not perfect, but the old records, they don't have to be perfect. It's such high quality. They stand up to time. This is one. Came from England. The cover's really slick. I don't know if you can see that. It's Buddy Holly's greatest hits. It's a later pressing. It's really heavy. And it's on the Ace of Hearts label. I think I got this from a guy out of Texas. It was maybe $5 or $8. And of course, Jerry Lee, got to include him. One of the main guys over at Sun. This guy, I can't show you because it's still sealed. This was in a guy's dollar bin, so I had to pick it up. Then the Stray Cats, I found this guy online. What's cool is it's still got the sticker advertising all the main songs on it. This was their second album. It has that pin-up label. I used to have their first album, but I traded that to a buddy of mine to get some old Lightning Hopkins and folk music that I didn't have. This is a record I was hanging out with my buddy Derek. I couldn't afford it. I put it back. I was like, man, I wish I could get that, but I just don't have enough money. And I found a little pack of cards. I showed my buddy Al. We took off and he goes, "Here you go, man." Handed it to me. It surprised me when we walked out. He bought it for me. And he bought a Robert Crumb LP that they only made 1,000 of or 500. This is one that's pretty easy to find, but it's one of their great albums. Rant and Rave. It was like that picture right there. It's good stuff. Interview. This is a 12-inch single. It's got that pin-up label on it. It's pretty cool. And the last one is Built for Speed. A lot of people, that's how they found out about the Stray Cats. I know I did when I first heard Rock This Town on MTV. And I thought it was some weird take Elvis did at first, to be honest. But they'd already been big over in England and Germany by the time that came out. Once that happened, every guitar shop stocked all those F-note guitars. That's all everybody wanted all of a sudden. And I have one punk rock record in my collection, which is this guy. It's the Ramones' It's Alive. This is from Spain. That's where they pressed it. And it's a concert from 1977. I wanted one of these, but that local shop in Rockland had one for $65 on the wall. There's no way I was going to pay that. There's your sire label. And then they got another one. It was $125, but I went to that guy's yard sale. It was a dealer, and it was $10, half off. But that's most of my rockabilly stuff. I'm sure I'll find more. I've got tons of CDs of that, but those are all the records.